support systems and processes? What if they were all integrated?
Wow.
Right now, your mobile,
You can sit in
retail,
it.
and financial service customer
Right.
touchpoint, the vehicle,
All right.
are all
I would love
integrated
it.
into a single
The
connected.
technology inside is made here.
Oh, it is?
Yep, so
Oh,
that's
that's
kind of the
wonderful. Oh, my goodness. No. All right. All right. So, and obviously was done for the Europe.
It's an interesting car.
Yeah. How are you?
The auto industry, first of all, is a foundational industry through which we have all kinds of spin-offs. And what Covisint has done really is starting with the auto industry and then spinning off now into healthcare, significant healthcare IT, and other areas. I mean, really taking that technology and looking for more and more and more applications. I love that this is in Detroit, that this is a Michigan-grown, homegrown company. We ought to be celebrating it because of what they have been able to do. Now we look at the 2013 show and where we are, Car and Truck of the Year, coming from GM and Chrysler, and Ford doing incredible work as well, and announcements of more jobs being created. So I think this is really a testament to the true grit of people in Michigan.
We love this vehicle because it says so much about connection. It's the original connected vehicle in many ways was this James Bond DB5, an iconic car. If you remember back in the original James Bond movies, when James Bond, people were trying to shoot James Bond, and the car would protect itself, and the car would put out smoke screens and oil slicks and have machine guns, all these interesting toys and things that James Bond was able to use to interact with his outside world in only the way that James Bond can interact with his outside world. In the same way, Covisint is connecting today's car drivers and vehicle owners to their outside world. Back in the day when we saw this car in the original James Bond movies, this car was connecting James Bond in many ways to his outside world. In the same way today, and it's changed so much in 50 years' time, today, at the time, that was all fantasy, right? And in today's day and age, people can do not just that, but 10 times more than that. Now, while you might not be shooting villains or shooting Angry Birds inside of your car, you can do a lot more. You can connect to the applications that you want to get at. You can connect to your house. You can connect to your mobile device. You can connect to your car dealer or your OEM. You can do it via your mobile phone, via your tablet, via your vehicle, via the web. Those are all the things that are available today that were not back there 50 years ago. And in many ways, instead of thinking about James Bond and the DB5, we're actually headed more into a George Jetson type of a time frame today.
So if you really think about connectivity today, it's really about the car knowing where you are and understanding things about you. And that's really the same thing that James Bond had to deal with, is the car actually knowing where it was, being able to communicate back to the central office so that they actually understood where he was. And the car actually could keep track of kind of where the bad guys were, right? So he had all these things to shoot him, but without actually knowing his environment, he wouldn't really understand exactly where he was, which is very similar to what Covisint does in the vehicles today. Except the environment now is really about the owner's environment, right? It's your Facebook pages, it's your Twitter feeds, it's all those things. And so we connect those owners to the environment kind of the same way that James Bond was kind of connected, right, to M in their implementation.
Orchestrate these connections faster and better and more imaginatively.